EmceeTV.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy, that motherfucker Steve, coming at you live from EmceeTV Studios in Des Moines, Iowa. And you are watching EmceeTV The Podcast. As always, with me, my bro.
This your boy, Bigg Ray West, B-I-double-G, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the coast and, they know.
Hell yeah, bro. How you doing?
Man, I'm cool. I can't complain too much, you know what I'm saying? It's the ups and downs of life, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. You know what I mean? Some days are good. Some days get a little rocky, but as long as you keep smiling, we're good.
Yeah, for the most part, it's going well, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm fortunate to have a job, you know what I'm saying, that I have to go to every day, you know?
Yeah, we may not want to get up and punch that clock, but you know what I mean? We some gritters. We get out there and we make it happen, and that's what makes the world go around. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, ski. And then, I'm fortunate to have a beautiful wife and children to come home to every night, and family and shit, So, in those aspects, life is great.
For sure. Yeah.
What about you, player?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. You know what I mean? I feel like we got a good podcast in store for him today. We're gonna have to move quick. You got a heart out, and I got a lot of topics for us to run through. But I'm excited, man. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good. I'm smiling, and
the heart out. We could give or take 10 to 12 minutes. So,
okay, all right.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I definitely we kicked this one off with a heavy heart. You know what I mean? We lost a real one over the weekend. Somebody you and I definitely both worked with very closely. You know what I mean? I went out of town with him to Iowa City. For those of y'all in the Des Moines community, y'all know we're talking about the homie Captain Scooty Whoop, Trent from Cellar Boys, and we lost him over the weekend. So my condolences go out to his family. Definitely Sean from Little Heartbreak Kid from Cellar Boys. I know there was a lot of posts over the weekend. Very somber moment. A lot of people are going to miss him. He was a big part of the Des Moines hip-hop scene. They rocked it hard. They were on a lot of shows. When I was starting to first produce and creating beats and stuff, he talked to me a lot. I didn't realize this, but he was a classically trained musician. He knew how to write sheet music and all that, and he was very deep into it. And so he was kind of talking to me about creating beats, and he gave me some tips along the way when I was just, you know what I mean, doing dumb shit and didn't really know what I was doing and first figuring out my software. So he was a close friend, and it's a sad loss for the community for sure.
Man, definitely. Definitely when we lose a peer in this local hip hop shit, this Des Moines hip hop shit, you know what I'm saying? It's a sad thing when you lose anybody, you know what I'm saying? But dude was he was a very kind spirit. You know what I'm saying? He always had positive shit for other people, you know what I'm saying? Positive brain food for other people to eat, you know what I'm saying? So much to the point it's like, damn, dog, you hear you? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should take some of your own advice, you know what I'm saying? You all right? But all good things about him, you know what I'm saying? I seen the Cellar Boys jump on the local scene and climb up the live performance ranks quick as a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? These guys were selling 40, 50 tickets a show and shit, sometimes more. You know what I'm saying? Ask Strawstone, he ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, man. R.I.P. to that man. I know his dad, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Kato, his stepdaddy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So me and Kato go back, you know what I'm saying? So that was our connection, me and Scooty's connection, his stepdaddy. And his mind was always blown that we had that connection and shit. So
I really wouldn't normally put a bunch of people's business out there, but I know a lot of people from the Des Moines community watch this. So for anybody that would like to attend Scooty Whoop, Trent's funeral, it is going to be, the visitation is going to be at noon, followed by a funeral service at 2:00, October 6th, which would be, I believe, this weekend at Hamilton's Funeral Home in Des Moines, Iowa. So, yeah, I would encourage, anybody that feels like they should, to show up and get some closure for yourself, but also, pay respects to him and his family. So I'm gonna try and make it. I won't be able to probably hang too long at the funeral service, but I'm definitely gonna swing through for the visitation and pay my respects to the homie.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'll pop up. I'll be there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'll figure. That's just terrible, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we gotta take care of our mental health because you know what I'm saying. Shit is real in the field.
Definitely. And it lets hug your loved ones. You know what I mean? Make sure people get their flowers while they're alive. Sometimes we get caught up in, he didn't flush the toilet after he took a piss, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Something stupid, and you get frustrated with your spouse or your kid or whatever. But in the blink of an eye, things could change. So definitely let your people know you love them, and don't sweat the small stuff, for sure.
No, for sure, dog. But
Uh,
man, on some other shit though, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully,
yeah,
uh, Snoop Dogg teases a 2025 tour in support of his album Missionary with Dr. Dre.
bro, that's so exciting to me. They're talking the new album's supposed to come out in a month in November. I think Dre kind of deliberately leaked that in a previous interview with Entertainment Weekly, and he also said he's on the he's on the he's on the album himself along with a bunch of other special guests. Um, on that same note, the homie Nuisance was out in LA at the Forum for Anderson .Paak's show this last weekend. I meant to tap you in on this, and I forgot to.
I think you
But
did. You told me.
oh, okay, maybe I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And Dre came out. I mean, there was a
Yeah.
long list of folks that came out, and it got me thinking about all these other possibilities. You know what I mean? Who knows? Dre, I mean, it'd be dope to see. So Dre is that great white whale for me. You know what I mean? I've never had an opportunity to see him perform. He's one of the biggest impacts in my hip hop career and just in life in general. You know what I mean? Like,
You just called Dr. Dre a great white whale.
he's that dude. You know what I mean? For me, on my bucket list, that's the one I ain't got to see, bro. I've seen Snoop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was fortunate enough to get to see Eminem back in 2010 with the homie Don Bishop down in Kansas City. I got to see,
Yeah.
I
It's
even got,
elusive, huh?
yeah, he's the one. He's the one that I have not got to see yet. And it would be, I buy a ticket. You know what I mean? I travel for that one without a doubt. I even got to thinking after kind of reflecting on the fact that he popped up at Anderson .Paak's show. Eminem got that show coming up in Texas. I'm wondering who he's got for special guests. You know what I mean? He's gonna have somebody pop up, be it Royce or Mr. Porter or somebody from D12 or whatever.
I'm not familiar with M show, so I don't know who he has rolling with him on the road. I would have no idea except for the obvious. I could assume, like you just said, pretty much. But
In the
it'd
past,
be interesting to see who his roadie crew is.
in the past when I saw him, it was Royce and the dudes from D12 came out, and Mr. Porter
Nice.
was his hype man. He was out
Nice.
there. So yeah, it'd be dope. It'd be dope to see who he brings in. And thinking about this, if Snoop and Dre go out, you know what I mean, is M going to do some pop-ups? Is the Dog Pound going to do some pop-ups? How could this actually all play out? Could we get a Snoop, Dre, 50 Cent? You know what I mean? 50 been talking about getting the gang together and doing a tour. So maybe we see him bring the Up and
It's
Smoke tour part 2.
If this album actually drops, a tour like that big is gonna happen, dog. It's inevitable. Now think about the timing of this. Eminem hasn't announced the tour yet either for his latest album, right?
There's a lot of truth on that.
So okay, so if M hasn't announced any touring yet for his last drop, Snoop Dogg and Dre's talking about dropping fourth quarter of this year. I mean, what the fuck do you think is gonna be the number one tour in 2025? You feel me?
They gonna clean up. They gonna clean up.
The Dog Pound just dropped, so they're about to hit a little 10 city tour or some shit like that. But I imagine they'll be on board. Man.
Yeah.
50 Cent and G Unit, they'll be on board. It's just gonna be some epic, crazy shit.
Oh, bro.
So Dr. Dre, if Dr. Dre drops in 2024, 2025 is gonna be insane for a tour. Believe that.
Without a doubt. That would be one of the livest performances for people. I think for anybody to get to see, but definitely people of our age that, I didn't get to see the Up a Smoke tour. Did you get to see that?
Only on DVD.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I didn't even get a Blu-ray copy. You know what I mean? All I had was a DVD. So
Shit. Hey, in the comments, man, Cali World Kelly says, rest in peace, Trent, aka Scooty. My doggy ATM, you know what I'm saying? He says, R.I.P. Captain Scooty Whoop, the Whoopster. You dig? Hey.
we got a lot of fan favorites up in here. Jason Bob's up in here. We got the homie Frank Mank up in here with us. And Brian Weber was in here for a moment. I don't know if Brian's still sticking around. I appreciate everybody jumping in with us today, y'all.
Shout out Frank Mank Loke and Brian Weber.
Eugene Hankins just jumped up in here. Spanky Hankins. Shout out to everybody watching with us. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah, man, that would be epic, man. Let us know what you think in the comments below. We both watching. You know what I mean? What would y'all say to? Would you cop a ticket to see Snoop, Dre, Eminem? You know what I mean? A West 50, yeah, a West Coast tour like that, reunited. I mean, Ice Cube about to drop something new too. Are they going to add Cube to the lineup?
I mean, I feel like we're obligated to go there right now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Ice Cube on his upcoming album titled Man Down and Why It's Time for Men to Stand Back Up. In Ice Cube's words, he says, well, I just think men got to stand up nowadays. You know, we taking hits on all kinds of areas and directions. Manhood is being, really called toxic, which I don't subscribe to. I think being a man is great. Masculinity is great. And so to me, it's a record just not beating it over the head. But if you listen to the album, there's sprinkles of why the record is called Man Down. And what we need to do as men is stand back up.
I like that.
Direct quote from Ice Cube, the Grand Wizard. You dig? The Brainiac.
I think he's gonna catch some flack for saying that, but I think it's true. You know what I mean? I think people feel like, you know what I mean, women were held down for a long time, and it's not okay for that to happen. But I think also you can't bash men. You know what I mean? Everybody plays a role in life, and I think it's important for men to be able to be masculine too, play a little football, you know what I mean, and
Doc, there's definitely something in the air, you know what I'm saying, where they trying to make the men real feminine like, you know what I'm saying, and it's starting at a young age, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna just say it, dog. They pushing the rainbow agenda at a young ass age, you know what I'm saying, and to me that's kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean, I would say let people be people, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you can't tell somebody that, I said the word masculine at work the other day, and a female said, "That's gross."
Oh, hell no.
And I said, "What's gross?" And she said, "That word." And I said,
"I'm a man though."
I said, "What if I said estrogen?" And she said, "That's cool." And I said, "That's whack. That's whack. You can't get estrogen and masculinity. I can't have testosterone. That's like, that ain't fair."
This bitch said that's gross. He said, "But I'm a man. I'm a masculine male, and now I'm gross in 2024. Imagine that."
So you need a tire changed.
Yeah, that's the line, dog. That's the line they're pushing, bro. Like, man, I ain't gonna say too much. I don't want your podcast to get all fucked up.
We're gonna get banned for this one, y'all. We're gonna get banned. Nah, man, but I love women too. Women are beautiful, you know what I mean? And neither one of us is saying nothing bad about women, but it should be okay to be a dude. You know what I mean? Shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. On to new topics. So
Cali World says, "Was that a PBR?" My boy. My boy.
So let me see what you're sipping on. So there's a little something in the air for between the Fugees. Pras Mitchell on Tuesday sued bandmate Lauryn Hill. As y'all know, they had the Fugees reunion tour that was supposed to jump off. What was that, this year? I feel like, and it ended up getting canceled.
We covered that on the podcast before.
Yeah. And it ended up getting canceled. I don't think there was a real explanation on the reasoning, but Pras filed in Manhattan Southern District Court. He filed a lawsuit against Lauryn Hill, who manages the band's finances, and he went after her for its use of business and trademark. And he ain't happy. What are your thoughts on this one, bro?
I feel like see, the group thing is always difficult to make ride and survive, man, because you probably have a member that owns more than everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Or a member that feels like they created it, and whether it's on paper or not, they feel like they got the final say type shit. So I feel like a lot of groups get torn up by individuals, man, and it seems like this is happening right here. They're accusing Lauryn Hill of basically saying, "I am the Fugees." You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say in the scheme of things, she is probably the bigger name. You know what I mean? Wyclef,
There's no Fugees without Clef, no, nowhere
yeah,
near.
I was gonna say he's definitely coming in at a close second.
That's yeah, hell yeah.
But
That's the music too.
yeah,
You know, shit. You can't paint with no paper or canvas, shit.
facts. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? You see a lot of. I mean, yeah. You look at any group, be it rock band, reggae, hip hop, whatever. You know what I mean? It's tough. You know, people that come up together, they love each other and whatnot. But once you get the business in there, sometimes it gets messy, especially after 10 years of good and bad relationships. You know what I mean? Some people hold grudges, or you know, things don't get fully settled or whatever, and things get a little messy. You know?
Man, and the Fugees was crazy raw, dog. Like
Yeah.
that
Ooh
whole
la
style.
la la.
Yeah, bro, and Killing Me Softly, and Lauryn Hill was just ahead of her time, bro. She was just like ultra talented. I remember her when I was young. I remember her in the movie Sister Act 2, I think it was. You ever seen that shit, dog?
With Whoopi?
Yeah.
I don't remember her being in there. I know I've seen the film for sure, but
So she's the girl with the long hair, the long braids.
okay.
And her
I
mom
gotta
wouldn't
go
let her
back and watch
sing.
it.
Her mom wouldn't let her sing in the choir and shit.
Okay.
She's the main, pretty much the main singer, the lead singer in the choir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna have
that's
to go back and
Lauryn
watch it.
Hill, Cuddy.
Did she have a big role, or was it just a little cameo?
Yeah, that's
Oh
the
yeah.
big role,
I gotta go back. And that's one I ain't seen in forever. So
no doubt,
I gotta
no
go back and
doubt.
peep it out.
Yeah, she was the lead singer in that shit.
What else we got in news? R. Kelly's daughter to reveal heartbreaking secret in new documentary. This one comes in from Hip Hop DX. R. Kelly's daughter, I'm gonna butcher this name, Buku Abi.
Right.
That looks like that's what it looked like to me.
For
Has teased
show you right.
that she is set to unveil a heartbreaking secret in a new documentary about her sex predator father. Damn, that's a cliffhanger, man. That could go a lot of different ways.
Dude, all right, I'm gonna say it, and you might not be a fan of this. I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like there's a lot of fucking crazy headlines in black media right now, and it's very coincidentally when the elections are coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's almost like they're trying to turn next. It's almost like they're trying to say, "Hey, watch this!" Like the election is in less than 70 some days. The Dolph trial starts all of a sudden. We've been waiting all year for a young Dolph trial. Now the Dolph trial starts. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden they've been investigating P Diddy since 2006, 2008. Election in 70 some days. All of a sudden, P Diddy, let's get him. Let's go get him. Let's indict Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
didn't
this,
even go down that road, but
so much is happening in black media right now. They're like, it's like they're trying to take the attention away. Maybe I'm completely dog.
Distractions.
Like, dude, it's crazy. Like all of this in this short time. Like, damn, that shit sound fishy to me, dog.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but that's I mean, there could be some truth to that, without a doubt. You know what I mean? I know they undoubtedly both sides use distractions. You know what I mean? The Democrats will try and distract from things that they've done wrong or whatever, and the Republicans will do the same thing. But I didn't even think about, you know, outsiders that aren't necessarily hardcore Democrats or Republicans trying to muddy up the waters and confuse people and whatnot. You know what I mean? So
I mean, there's probably some shit that's going on that they just don't want people to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? They talking about a certain amount of countries, certain amount of countries drop U.S. currency or some shit like that. You hear anything about that shit?
There's like there was countries that previously used U.S. currency for their currency, and they're no longer doing it, or what?
I mean, some shit. I don't know, dog.
Oh, okay.
Don't get me on here, Captain. But there's, you know what I'm saying? I just be, you know what I'm saying? I read and watch this motherfucking conspiracy shit. You know what I'm saying? And it just
Sure.
be having motherfuckers thinking sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There's definitely some things that play out there. Motherfuckers doing different things and whatnot, and and trying to get you to look at the left hand while you don't know what the right hand's doing, for sure.
And it's
And
not
that's
to say none of
unfortunate.
these people are guilty. It's not to say none of that. It's just the timing of everything. Like, that shit's crazy.
I mean, I even saw an article that somebody was just talking to Dame Dash, and they're making accusations about Hove. You know what I mean? And he had a quote, and he just said, I ain't never seen none of that. I can't comment on that. I hope it's not true. Good luck, And so,
AKA, hey, that motherfucker did me wrong, but still shows how loyal I am. I'm still not going to put your shit out there because that's how real niggas get down. That's what Dame just said.
right. Yeah. When he came out, very firm against, some of the stuff when the whole Diddy thing was going down. They had excerpts of him talking. Well, in that video, you and I were trading back and forth when he was being interviewed regarding some of the other people that Jay-Z had worked with over the years. He said, I don't know nothing about that, but if it's true, I hope it ain't true. You know what I mean? In terms of the woman that he had running Rock Nation and whatnot. So yeah.
But to touch back on that, ain't no telling what R. Kelly's daughter's about to say. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the man's damn near 10 feet under the ground, under the jail right now. Like, what the fuck more can she say? She about to tie him to Sean. She's gonna be like, the whole time his partner was the diddler. Like, what the fuck she's gonna say?
Yeah, I mean, when it does seem like a strange time to come forward. Like, if you were worried about your dad or whatever in terms of retaliation or whatever, if you had a secret that he wanted you to not tell, then he's been locked up for a long time. You could have let this secret out. So, but maybe in the wake of things, she feels like it's a good opportunity to clear out some of the closet, I guess. I don't know.
And on top of that, R&B singer Chris Brown faces fresh allegations from a new accuser in an upcoming ID Network documentary. Credit to allhiphop.com. A trailer for the upcoming documentary, Chris Brown, A History of Violence, reveals a new accuser with allegations against the singer. Imagine that dropping before the election. Like, wow.
I think Tubi. I think when I turned on the TV last night, Tubi had something coming out on Diddy. I know Netflix. Netflix got something coming out on Diddy that 50 Cent put together called Diddy Do It.
Oh goodness, they're just preying on the short attention span folks.
Yeah. Well, and the internet memes are going crazy, bro. I get probably 10 memes a day about Diddy. Like,
yeah,
it's just boom, 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 boom. People just taking shots at him.
So how do you feel about the Chris Brown? They're doing a fucking TV show about a documentary about it. They're going to cover the past allegations and they're going to reveal a new one with new claims. How do you feel about that?
I don't get caught up in it a whole bunch. If they really got allegations, you would think it'd probably go to court. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At that point, I would probably take notice. You know what I mean? If it was something, not to say it is or isn't substantiated, but if it went to a court of law and it became a legal situation, I might take notice. But anybody can make an allegation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just throwing some words around that haven't been validated or anything. And so, yeah, I mean, to me at this point, you know what I mean? That doesn't necessarily hold a lot of water. It definitely doesn't look good for Chris. It could be a smear campaign where they're just trying to dirty up his name. But it could also be factual. You know what I mean? There could be. I'm sure that they're gonna break out some video footage or something. You know what I mean? Some eyewitness commentary or whatever. And so it ain't looking good. I'm not real familiar with the production company either.
Who was it? The fucking
Inline or ID Network. I'm not familiar with that.
So ID Network it's basically a TV channel that has a streaming service. The TV channel, they just show murder shit all day. Murder, kill shows.
Oh damn.
Yeah. It's for the ladies.
That's why I steer clear of that motherfucker. I don't need that haunting my head.
Yeah, I remember you was like that. We was in a hotel and I was watching that First 48 and Cops. He was like, man, haven't we seen enough people go to jail tonight?
You know what I'm saying? Let me see some puppies and rainbows. Shit, I'm about to go to bed. got me feeling like this room's too
I'm
small.
like, Steve, nigga, this is what black people do. Nigga, we watch Cops, all right? Shit.
I seen enough of them in my day. I'm out.
That shit was comedy.
Yeah.
What you got for me?
So King Crooked, man. I know that's your dog. Yeah, you know what I mean. They were talking to him. He had dropped a tweet, and ePro, who is one of the avid Eminem websites, picked it up and kind of pieced this all together. But basically, they said one of the standout tracks from the recent release was "I Will," delivered one, and it delivered one of the hardest performances, featuring King Crooked and Royce the 5'9". And then it goes into a little background information. A lot of people didn't know about the King Crooked, Royce the 5'9" Eminem track. Recently, Crook was reminded of a powerful verse and shared an interesting tidbit. He recorded his verse contribution for "I Will" 5 years ago before its release, surprising my fans who had no idea that the verse was kept under wraps for so long. In a recent social media post, he said, "Still can't believe that verse was 5 years old when y'all heard it. Hey, Em, dig up another one." And they're saying that it's basically alluding to the fact that there are more verses in the archive that Eminem could break out, and he's excited to see Em maybe bring some of them to light.
Well, first thing I say to that is, duh. Of course, there's more. Like, shit, man.
You think they got a couple Slaughterhouse albums that just got tucked that they might just, hey, you know what?
I think that he was fortunate enough to carry himself the right way and get into the right rooms. And I feel like he's got a handful of records with him and Marshall, just him and Marshall.
That'd be hard to sell.
I feel like he got some shit with Shoe Gang and Marshall that nobody's ever heard. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Crook got shit with Dre.
That'd be hard.
Like, being solid apparently got him in those impossible to get in rooms. You feel me?
Well, and that's even a unique relationship because Crook's background they were both on death row at different periods in time. You know what I mean? So you would think that would even be one of the hardest obstacles to cross. You know what I mean? Might have been some feelings or whatever, but obviously they work together.
They say it all the time. Who the fuck could go from death row to Shady Records?
Yeah.
Who could do that? Everybody knows how hard the road goes on Aftermath Shady. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they probably linked up today with Snoopy being in charge, but
for sure,
that'll be an interesting route to see too. You know what I'm saying? If Aftermath and Shady, you know what I'm saying, start fucking with the road.
Yeah. Well, not only that, you know what I mean. It'll be interesting to see. Is that full flavor? Is that full flavor or NA? I tried looking at the can twice as it came by, and I said, I ain't seen no NA on the side of that motherfucker. What's he drinking?
Come on, man.
All right. Make sure you didn't break out some diesel on me. Like, I'm back, motherfuckers.
I'm back in this bitch. Hey, I wouldn't have had no filter. I would have been saying all types of shit to get this shit canceled accidentally.
He said, guess what, motherfuckers?
That's hilarious. Who said, motherfucker, are you back?
Guess who's back? Back again. Like, oh, shit.
Trying to find that bitch twice.
As it passed by.
So yeah.
Zoom in real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I think Crook's pen game was so strong. Going off of your previous point, you know what I mean? I think his pen game was so strong, the way he carried himself, his connections to the city, and just being a solid
student too.
Being a solid dude and a student for all these years. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Just a legit dude. You know what I mean? And even the history of when you said what he was supposed to, because we had discussed it before and I said, did Suge Knight try and sick him on Snoop Dogg? And you said they tried to, but he wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? He used his own compass for that.
And Suge said, that's okay. Because they're going to come after you so much, nigga, that you're going to have to defend yourself. And he was right.
Yeah.
He was right.
I think him being a stand-up dude and having a track record like that all these years, I think it was a good look. So
yeah, dog.
For sure.
King Crooked is a fucking Jedi in this bitch.
So I got to dip back into some sadder news. Unfortunately, we lost another real one today. The John Amos. You know what I mean? Legendary actor, iconic actor from All in the Family, Roots, Good Times, and for me, most notably as Cleo McDowell from Coming to America, bro. That was my standout role. You know what I mean? He said,
Yeah, that's crazy.
he said, he said, he said, they got McDonald's, I got McDonald's. He was my
said,
dude.
see their buns?
Yeah.
Their buns have seeds. My buns have no seeds.
I loved it, bro.
They have the golden arches. We got the golden arcs. He meant that shit too.
Hell yeah, from the soul. I loved it, bro. I loved it. And R.I.P. He passed away today at 84 years old.
He lived a good life. I don't know if it was a good life, but he lived a long life. I'll always remember him from Good Times. Growing up watching Good Times, motherfucking yeah. He's the daddy. He was the no nonsense dad. You know what I'm saying? The dad that a lot of us had that ain't take no shit. Went to work every day to provide for his family. You know what I'm saying? Like he was one of the first dads on TV that showed you could black families sticking together and staying together and going to work and getting it the legit way and shit like that. It was a great role model for young people to see at that time. So that's what I remember him mostly for.
Yeah, and I think that they wrote that role like that. You know what I mean? They wanted it to have a positive representation in that time era in the on TV, on cable.
Yeah, for sure, dog.
And that's dope.
Yeah, that shit was raw and it was necessary. It was necessary. A lot of people are Good Time fans. That motherfucker boy JJ, he was a fool.
For sure. That's awesome. So in other news, Travis Scott is named the 2024 I Am Hip-Hop honoree at the BET Awards. He's supposed to catch that award October 15th. Yeah. And I feel like, we discussed that. It's in Las Vegas. They're hosting that in Las Vegas this year. So that'll be a different setting for it. It'll be interesting to see how that all goes down. What do you feel? What do you think? I mean, he's a big star.
I'm the wrong person to ask, dude. I don't know. I couldn't tell you not one single Travis Scott song.
I was trying to slide it off on you because I don't know shit about him either.
I am not familiar. I know my son likes him. You know.
Okay.
I tried to listen to a few songs. It's just not for me. I'm just not there yet. You know. Sometimes it takes me a long time to get hip to an artist or dive down their catalog. Sometimes it takes that one song to come across my radar, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta get into this shit. You know, I've just never heard that. And like I said, he dropped an album maybe 2 years ago or some shit. I don't know. I tried to listen to it. It just wasn't for me.
I got to tap in a little more. You know, I will say, after all them people got hurt at that concert, you know what I mean? I'm an avid concert goer. And so it kind of left a little funky taste in my mouth. You know what I mean? Just because I mean, like, you can't necessarily blame him for that, but I didn't feel like he was super remorseful either, or at least that's how it was depicted or whatever. You know what I mean? And so,
that's terrible for the people that got hurt and lost their lives and that shit. But a motherfucker like me wouldn't hold it against somebody that make dope music to me. But you know, I don't know though. So I gotta get in there, man. I gotta dive into some motherfucking Travis Scott, dog. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fuck around and maybe do that tomorrow, dog.
I'm heading to the gym after this, so I may tap in and see what they're talking about.
Producer, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, hit it, bro.
Okay, producer Lil Rod threatens to expose more of Diddy's co-conspirators. This is via allhiphop.com. Lil Rod's lawyer Tyrone Blackburn threatened to reveal more of Diddy's alleged co-conspirators if necessary. AKA, y'all better play ball or we telling on everybody.
I saw today that I think the count is up to 120 different accusations or allegations, however you want to phrase it, against Diddy right now. And so that's a lot. That's a lot. You know what I mean? Even if you say 10% of that was correct, you know what I mean? Just trying to shave off some bullshit. You know what I mean? That's still 12 motherfuckers that got hardcore cases against him. So, I mean, we could the jury ain't out yet, so we can't make a decision yet. You know what I mean? But it ain't looking good.
I feel like that list is so heavy. and So Gangster Dog. That shit ain't coming out.
Oh yeah,
The
there's
Epstein
people
list ain't
already
come out.
right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, they for the man. They still got motherfucking They still got people in the field that ain't been discovered yet working. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the right time to out them. There's an agenda. Yeah, I
Right.
said it.
We got the homie Nathan Jane in the comments. He said free D Rose. Oh, I appreciate you jumping in and watching with us.
Free D Rose. Shout out D Rose.
Shout out to homie D Rose. He did the podcast with us back when we had the office downtown, back in the day.
He was dropping the music videos, burning up shit. You know
He
what I'm
was.
saying?
He was. Had the scene on fire. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that this shit's going to spill out between everybody involved. There's too many people involved. You know what I mean?
They
And
gonna pick and choose who they want, though.
yeah, well, and I think a lot of people are already speculating based on pictures from the past and things that are coming out. And so, unfortunately, I think a lot of people are just going to get swept into this pile by guilty of association, based on photos and whatnot. You know what I mean? There's pictures of Busta Rhymes that were at the party. Apparently, Denzel went to some of the parties, but everybody said Denzel took off early. You know what I mean? He didn't have nothing to do with nothing. He cut the fuck out. So, you know what I mean?
They just said, Diddy just revamped his legal team. He added 2 new lawyers to the team, and he's about to make a 3rd attempt to get bail.
Yeah. Well, that may be a little bit of an indication. You know what I mean? If they deny him again, that may be a little bit more of an indication on how strong their case is and how big of a threat they think he is. You know what I mean? To these witnesses and whatnot. So
I don't be all up in the court system, in the joint system, in the penitentiary, in the penal systems. But you could get bail in federal, like a federal case, you could get bail. They offer bail.
I think based on the argument from your lawyer, I'm sure that it's happened in the past. I don't know. Let me throw that into Google real quick. Let's confirm, because I don't want to speak out of turn either.
Yeah.
Can you get bail on a federal case? According to Google's AI, yes, it is possible to get bail in a federal case, but the process is different from state courts.
There you have it. AKA had that money.
Yeah. I mean, you bend a lot of rules, and things become a lot more malleable when you have a whole lot of money and a very strong legal team. So,
yeah, man, motherfucking Diddy, dog. Hey, it's getting hot up in the kitchen. It's getting hot up in the kitchen.
So this one's a throwback, but I like it because he's a MC that's on another level, and this was a good documentary. I feel like I don't know if I saw the whole thing, but I definitely saw a good chunk of this doc. Today in hip hop history, Nas Time is Illmatic premiered 10 years ago. And this is coming to us from the Source magazine. On this date in 2014, Eric Parker, 1-9, and Anthony Saleh produced a documentary premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival, celebrating the illustrious career of Queensbridge rap legend Nas, titled Nas' Time is Illmatic. It's got appearances from Busta Rhymes, Pharrell, and a handful of other MC. Q-Tip is in there as well, who also produced One Love. And a handful of MCs, and I think Nas,
who also served LL Cool J under par beats.
So you had me saying yes before I knew what you was gonna say. I was co-signing right on your shit. Then you slid in some shit at the end, like, oh damn.
Q-Tip, who slid LL Cool J, one of the GOATs, some under par beats for a full-length LP.
I'm not putting a stamp on that quite yet, but
you heard the damn album.
Shout out to TS3. He's up in here with us.
You got it right that time.
Shout out to TS3. Well, it says TS2 in my defense, but I
hey, shout out my doggy TS3. Hey, we go back like the fifth wheel on a motherfucking Cadillac. Hello.
I love it. Yeah, man. So definitely a dope documentary to check out. If you ain't seen it, tap in and peep it out. Ray, who's coming up in shows? I'd
be naive if I didn't start with Gnarly Jevy.
Okay.
October 12th, Gnarly Jevy will be headlining Lefties live music. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a beautiful event. We got artists like, don't get me out here lying. We got
That's
artists
the Ghouls
like,
and Fools.
Yeah, Ghouls and Fools, man. I ain't even going to run down the lineup. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to fuck that up.
Peep it
But
out, y'all. Peep it out.
9 p.m. October 12th, Ghouls and Fools. Halloween costumes are encouraged. Gnarly Jevy will be headlining, and it's going down, man. That's where you want to be. Also, I'll do one other one.
Okay.
A Boogie with the Hoodie, the Better Off Alone tour. You know what I'm saying? That's October 11th, the day before Ghouls and Fools at Vibrant Music Hall in Waukee. A Boogie with the Hoodie will be at Vibrant Music Hall in Waukee October 11th. Get your tickets.
All right, that's a Live Nation show. Shout out to them for putting that on. Also in Live Nation, we got Andrew's Live Nation and First Fleet Concerts are both putting together Andrew Santino Freeze Peach Tour. That is October 3rd. That is right around the corner. I believe that is this Thursday, October 3rd, Vibrant Music Hall, Andrew Santino.
Who's that? What do you do?
He's on. He's a stand-up comedian, but he's been on the Rogan podcast. He was featured as I think he's Lil Dicky's roommate in
Oh shit.
in the TV show. What the hell was his TV show called?
That's dope that they bringing comedians out there too. Ooh.
Oh yeah, they got some hardcore comedians coming. Dave was the TV show. I was trying to think of it. With Gata and everybody on there. Fetty Wap had a little cameo, I think, maybe one time. But Dave was definitely dope. They had 3 seasons on FX. Right. Wild, weird little raunchy TV show. And it was dope. It was cool. You know what I mean? But Andrew Santino had a major role on there. He's a pretty funny stand-up comedian. I fuck with him. If I, you know what? I have that day off. I might go out there and tap in. I'd fuck with it.
We got a doubleheader at Lefties. You know what I'm saying? A back-to-back. The Cottonmouth Kings Strange Days Tour 2. You know what I'm saying? With Rehab. October 13th at Lefties. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Nice Enough Entertainment. And I know the homies Late Street are on that one too.
Yeah, shout out Nice Enough and Lay Street. And then Nice Enough is hitting you back to back. October 16th, Jaron Benton, Demrick, and Locksmith with Jay Lately at Lefty's Live Music. You know what I'm sizzling?
I heard Ray West is on that show.
I mean, it's a rumor. I don't know, though. I don't know. No, I'm definitely there. And I got motherfucking tickets for sale. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. If you need one of them, tap in with your boy. Don't buy it from a bootlegger. Buy it from the real deal. Yeah. Echo and Ryan Oaks, Sunday, November 10th, 2025. No, that's 2024. Sunday, November 10th, 2024 at XBK Live. Also, Babytron with BLP Kosher, November 22nd, Valor Ballroom.
Who's Babytron?
Babytron was featured on, he's a Detroit MC that was featured with Big Sean and Eminem on the premiere single for, I guess it wasn't the single, it was the second track that dropped off Eminem's new album.
We got Nick Swardson, Toilet Head.
Stand-up comedian.
January 19th, 2025 at Vibrant Music Hall. Nick Swardson.
He's been in a lot of those Happy Madison films. Toby, appreciate you, TS3. Yeah, he was on Toby. That's who Babytron is. But Nick Swardson was very, very affiliated with Adam Sandler and the Happy Madison Productions. He always had a goofy character. He had the major role on Grandma's Boy, The Benchwarmers, and he was the main character on Bucky Larson from 2011. So
I got to get up on my white comedians and movies, dog. I'm slacking.
Hell yeah. And I didn't realize this, but he is from the Twin Cities. He's a Midwest dude. So tap in for Nick Swardson. He's definitely a funny dude.
Hey, impromptu, top 5 comedians right now.
Who? Just like that. All right.
Just like that.
All right. We're going to hit him with Dave Chappelle.
Hello.
We're going to hit him with Rich Pryor, Robin Williams.
Very nice. Listen to this guy.
Robin Williams. I got to get my man Bill Burr up in there.
Burr.
I only get one more.
Goodness. He ran through him, didn't he?
Man, who's somebody that deserves? I'm gonna throw my man Rogan on there. I listen to a lot of Rogan. You know what? I like Rogan. I'm gonna retract that. You know what? Rogan goes as an honorable mention. I'm going Schultz. I've been fucking with Schultz pretty heavy lately. He's a wild dude. I like him. I'm fucking with what he's saying. He's just talking trash on everybody.
That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna go D.L. Hughley.
Oh, very nice.
Eddie Griffin.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Bruce. Bruce
gonna do it.
I'm gonna go.
TS3 jumped in here. He said Bernie Mac.
I love Bernie. This is my list, though, TS3. This is my list. Just for that, Steve Harvey.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Steve Harvey. And then I'm going to go...
Number 5. Bringing it home.
Paul Mooney.
Ooh, legendary. Legendary. Okay. There we go. I fuck with it.
Honorable shout out, though, motherfucking Bernie, though. Bernie was the shit. I love the Bernie Mac show. And I hate the girl that played his niece, Vanessa, to this day. She was so stuck up in that TV show, bro. Like, I don't even care. I know she was just acting, but I still can't stand her, man. She played that role too well.
What was his quote? He had a very he had something where he would always say it in his show. I'll get you sons of bitches or something like it was something like that.
Right. I don't know.
I can't remember what it was either.
That boy Bernie was a damn fool though.
TS3 jumping on you. He said, boo.
I feel him though. You don't want to talk about the Dolphins though? All right.
Uh-oh.
All right then.
All right. That was a good one for today. We pushed we pushed the time limit. Ray got somewhere to be. I got to get my ass down to Taekwondo. I'm about to start breaking some motherfucking boards. You can catch us Sunday at 10:45, same place, same time. We're always available on YouTube and on Facebook now.
He said that's a low blow.
we spreading out. We branching out. He said, hey, took the gloves off on that one, bro.
Hey, Cuddy, we look terrible too, man. We going through hella injuries. We look bad too, man.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Who's still undefeated? Chiefs still undefeated?
Chiefs is undefeated, motherfucking some weird ass team, dog.
I thought that I was with you on the Bills. I thought the Bills were going to look strong this weekend, but they got hurt. It was the Ravens, wasn't it? Ravens ran through them.
Oh yeah. Hey, but at least the Eagles lost. Okay. You hear me?
That from the heart.
You know what I'm saying? Minnesota undefeated. Them Vikings, that defense. Shout out TS3 for that.
Appreciate you.
Yes, hey, yeah. The Eagles lost. That was a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? That always pleases America. And I'll take it, you know?
All right, y'all. Until next time, it's your boy, that motherfucking Steve for EmceeTV.
This your boy, Bigg Ray West, BIGG, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the coast, and they know.
And we out, y'all. Peace.
We've been known to snatch a piece or two. Y'all can't take over cause we gon' eat the you. Rock steady like a ginger brought Aretha through. This shit torture and I'ma keep feeding you. On that East Coast shit, y'all better duck down. Price on his dome, 5 on it like yuck mouth. When the plug get knocked, that's when the price jumps. American Nightmare, that's where the Spice One. Rappers running like Ricky in the alleyway. Putting an end to the week, no Saturday. They want static, get it shaking like Cassius Clay. Passionate thugs mixing Douce with Alizé.
Don't play with us, them moves ain't got you safe enough. Yelling fuck them like Smokey off the angel dust. My life so real, sounds like I made it up. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up. Dangerous, sharper than a razor's touch. We hit that script and get the caking up. God hate ugly, so ain't no saving us. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up.
Big balls